Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video I wanted to give you another 5 examples of moves that you can punish efficiently, and I wanted to start with Ed and his EX Psycho Upper. Typically EX Psycho Upper is a fully invincible move, so when you block it you can punish it with a normal. He will be in counter hit state, so you will get like your crush counter punish. This is all very standard, all of us know this. What I wanted to talk about today is when Ed is in V-Trigger 2, because there is some behavior changes here. So when Ed is in V-Trigger 2, he can do his Psycho Upper and cancel it into the Snatcher, and if I try to do my heavy kick or to crush counter him, even if I'm doing it as fast as I could, I am not gonna hit him as a crush counter. This is because Ed is cancelling the recovery of the EX Psycho Upper to the Snatcher, so he's not in counter hit state anymore. He is not in the vulnerable counter hit state for as long as he normally is. So what does this mean is that unless you have a really fast crush counter, like maybe something like even the sweep is not getting it. So what you're gonna have to do is to rely on something fast and typically get a counter hit confirm. So for example with Falk, I can do something like this. My standing medium is fast enough and I know that it combos to standing heavy, so I will get a conversion like that. This is a situation that you might come across fairly often. I'm seeing a lot of Ed players use V-Trigger 2 nowadays, so make sure that you are at least getting a decent punish, because getting this counter hit combo is a lot better than just getting a standing heavy kick. Now for our second move today, I am going to be talking about Dhalsim EX Yuga Flame. And Dhalsim in general is a character that people just don't know the matchup when they're fighting him, and actually expect a matchup guide on Dhalsim very soon. But I wanted to give you this little tidbit because I'm sure not many people know this. What I'm talking about is his EX Yuga Flame. As you can see, this is actually -8 on block. A lot of Dhalsim players will actually do some combos or some checks, like if they wanna jab you and then they will try to link into the EX Yuga Flame. This get blocked a lot, but never actually punished. I very rarely see people punish this. And it is actually punishable because this is -8 on block. There is a little bit of pushback, so it's not an easy -8 to punish, but you can absolutely punish it depending on your character and how good or bad they are for punishing a -8 from this distance. It is something that I would actually highly recommend going into training mode and checking out how your character can punish it, because it will make some difference when you are fighting against Dhalsim. And now for our third attack today, I am going to discuss Abigail and his EX Abigail Punch. EX Abigail Punch of course is unsafe, so what happens a lot is when someone blocks this from a distance, they will do something like this, right? You will get a knockdown, some pressure, which is fine, it's not bad, maybe even get something like a crouching heavy. That's all fine, but the thing is this attack is -23 on block. -23 on block means that most of the cast can actually dash up and get a combo here. So even from a range like that with Cammy, if I block this, I can dash up and get a combo on Abigail. You don't have to settle for a tiny punish when you can actually dash up and full combo punish Abigail for this. It is something that is pretty important to understand and utilize in my opinion. Abigail is a character who have a ton of HP, so it is important to make every hit count when you are fighting this character. And now I wanted to talk about yet another character that people don't run into too often, and that's Fang again. Another character where people don't really know the matchups that well for the most part, and the attack I wanted to talk about today is his Rio Bender. Rio Bender is the cloud or the trap thing he leaves on the ground. It is this attack, and the thing about Rio Bender is that the medium and light versions are actually unsafe. As you can see, if I block this, this is -8 on block. So -8 on block means that I can punish him with something like this very easy, very reliably. So if you actually block the cloud, he is really unsafe. If you ever block this, he's -8, So you do get a full combo punish here. If the Fang went for a bit of a longer block string, so you didn't actually get to block the cloud. Again, it doesn't have proximity block, so you can just walk back. And now you're out of his pressure, he will have to chase you again. So if you ever happen to block the Rio Bender, make sure that you are punishing it. Otherwise, hold back, and if you're out, you went back to the neutral, which is fine. It's an attack that you'll have to make sure you are punishing, because Fang players do actually get away with murder most of the time. And now for the final attack of the day, I wanted to talk about Lucia. And of course Lucia is not a very common character, but there is a strategy that I noticed some players like to abuse, especially in lower level plays. And that is something like this. They will abuse her fire spinner attack. This thing is -4 on block, so if you actually happen to block this, you can consistently punish it. The pushback isn't even that good here. So as you can see, on block this is actually not that great. Many Lucia players, especially on hit, will do something like this all the time. I've seen this so many times, it's not even funny. So it is something that if you happen to block this, if you are a Lucia player yourself, stop doing that, because it's not really safe at all. And if you are playing against Lucia, make sure that you are punishing her for this and getting as much damage as possible out of this punish. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe or share. It all really helps. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.